Hello everyone, how are you today? I'm aching all over. I have a slight headache with a stomach ache. I think I have temperature because I'm shivering. Ugh. I'd better call a doctor. In this lesson, we're going to talk about vocabulary and collocations used when feeling ill. So stay tuned. So what questions would you ask to somebody feeling ill? What are your symptoms? How do you feel? What's the matter? What's the problem? We have 4 verbs, or actually 5 verbs, that we use with expressions relating to feeling ill or feeling sick. I'm going to explain the difference, or the difference between ill and sick. But let me just take a look at have, okay, the verb have, or have got also, which is informal. So we use have with these expressions. So we can say, I have the flu, okay? I have a cold. And we, with these two, we can add, I have a cough. Or I have a sore throat when you have the flu, a sore throat. Or I have a runny nose, a runny nose. You have to always clean your nose, and that is because you have a cold. Then I have a stomach ache. You can have a stomach flu also, a stomach ache, or a back ache. I have a cramp. Slow down for a minute. I have a cramp. Or you can say, if you go to the dentist, and you feel pain in your mouth, you have a bad tooth. I have a bad tooth. Maybe you have a cavity. You can also have high or low blood pressure. Okay, so this is for the verb to have or have got. Now let's take a look at feel. I feel ill. I feel sick. It's the same. I will explain this difference just after this, when I have the difference between the American English vocabulary and the British English vocabulary. So I feel ill, I feel sick. I feel well, I feel bad. I feel unwell, obviously. I feel tired, okay, because I work too much, I feel tired. I feel cold, okay. I feel terrible. I feel better, I feel dizzy, etc., etc. Okay, so the feel, you know that this takes always an adjective, the verb feel. Let's talk about the verb to be. I am sick, I am ill, I am seasick. For example, if you are on a boat and you feel like vomiting. I am car sick, the same thing if you're in a car. I am air sick if you are on a plane, for example. So I am running a temperature, or I have temperature if you have the flu. I'm aching all over. If you're developing a flu, you're aching all over. I'm out of sorts. I'm out of sorts means I don't feel well. It's an expression. But we can say also that you feel well, and you can say I am as fit as a fiddle. It's an expression to say you're in good health and you feel great. I am blooming with health. Okay, blooming like flower, blooming with health. I am a heavy drinker, so I drink a lot. I am a heavy drinker. Or I am a heavy smoker, if you smoke a lot. I am a drug addict. Okay, so we have other verbs like to hurt, and I gave 2 examples. My back hurts, or my stomach hurts. Okay, this is a verb that you can use if you don't remember the expression. You can use hurt. To suffer from, okay? So, for example, I suffer from migraines. So that means that I have migraines or headaches every day, basically. So I suffer from migraines. Or I'm suffering from shock. I saw an accident. I'm suffering from shock. So this shocked me, and so I'm suffering from it. So let's look at the difference between British English and American English, and I have another suggestion for you now. As I said, we're going to talk about the difference between American English and British English. In American English, you can say I am sick, but it can also mean that you're going to vomit, you're going to throw up, okay? So be careful. I advise you to say I don't feel well. It's like in British English, I feel ill, or I am ill. So remember, sick can also mean to vomit. Another difference is to find medicine, right? And in American English, we say pharmacy or a drugstore. In British English, chemist or pharmacy. In American English, medicine, you can say medicine, but it's also used drug. Okay, so I need not drugs like to have drugs or to get drugs, illegal drugs. No, I mean medicine. So like in drugstore, it's the same thing. So drug in American English and medicine in British English. Band-aids for American English, or bandage. Band-aids is a trademark, so I advise you to use, okay, you can use band-aids, everybody will understand, and bandage. In British English is plaster instead. Now, when you see a person that is feeling ill and you want to give advice, you use should, the modal verb should. There is a lesson especially dedicated to the modal verb should. So, we could say, you should take an aspirin. So, should is the modal verb, and then the verb should take in this case, an aspirin. Or, negative, you shouldn't go to work. You shouldn't go to work. Now, let's recap. Okay, in this video we talked about feeling ill or sick. We introduced verbs and expressions that go when feeling ill or when you don't feel well. So to have, to be, to feel, to suffer from, and to hurt. We talked about the difference between American and British English vocabulary. And we also talked about giving advice, so using the modal verb should plus a verb. You should stay home, you shouldn't go to work, and so on. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you have any requests, comments, or if you want to post your own example, you may do so under this video. Have a great day, and please don't forget to share my video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Take care. Bye-bye.